Hey, good Tuesday morning, my friends. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here with the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Consumers Energy. We're going to talk about a great day today. We're going to talk about the possibility, pretty good possibility, of severe thunderstorms or a clump of severe thunderstorms for, I'd call it the southeast quarter of Lower Michigan. I'll show that to you. That would be tomorrow afternoon, it looks like. First, hello to Steve Harwood. Thanks for watching. And Matthew Bursley from Marnie, Michigan? Not sure where that is. Where is that, Matthew Bursley? Please. TJ Brewer, good morning. And Catherine Cyphers from Sunny Grass Lake. All right, so I talked about this yesterday. You know, when we talk about severe weather 3 or 4 days out in advance, we go with just the situation, the basics. Does the upper level situation look like it could produce severe weather? Check. Does the surface conditions look like they could produce severe weather? Check. Is it coming at the right or wrong time of the day, late afternoon, early evening? Check. And then as we get into the details, as they get closer, like now for tomorrow, we see that all those things kind of coming together, and the Storm Prediction Center has now moved that severe weather area. Remember yesterday I told you that, often they forget about Michigan in the spring because they feel like we don't have classic instability things that they use to forecast the severe weather to our south and west. But they're onto it now, and they do a great job too. So here we go. So looking at the middle of the country, and you can definitely see a churning storm system out to the west. And again, one of these situational things I've found over the years, if you get severe weather in eastern Kansas, northern Missouri, or Iowa one afternoon, it's oftentimes in Michigan the next afternoon. So I just thought it'd be fun to look at the radar in Kansas right now, and you can see ahead of that curl, they have some severe thunderstorms going on there. All right, so this is the Storm Prediction Center's outline for severe weather. The general outline takes it up to about Grand Rapids to Flint, and then the yellow is a little bit higher of a chance. And then they break it down into tornado versus severe wind, straight line severe winds. Okay, let's see. Matthew Bursley. Marnie, Michigan is a little town over by Walker, Michigan, known for Berlin Raceway. Okay, all right. Thank you. So this is the tornado forecast for tomorrow. And when we talk about tornadoes in severe weather, we look for wind shear. Wind shear is a change in wind direction with height. So southeast winds tomorrow to south wind a little bit aloft to a southwest wind at 15,000 feet up. That's the shear that produces rotation in thunderstorms. There's your tornado possibility. We'll call it a 5% chance from Oakland County to Lansing into Detroit, Ann Arbor, Jackson, Kalamazoo, and a 2% chance just north of that. Damaging wind gusts of 58 miles an hour or greater, usually isolated, 5% chance. So this doesn't really bring with it, as it's got a higher tornado chance, it doesn't really bring with it a higher wind chance. And then it does bring a somewhat higher hail chance, which is very typical at this time of the year. And again, we're talking about tomorrow afternoon and early evening. So we'll get into that now here. So here's your general model that will give us the big picture over the coming days. And it's a storm with 2 rounds of thunderstorms. So this is this afternoon into evening. We're dry until maybe early evening in the very southwest corner. So today's a nice day. Southeast wind picks up. This is overnight and tomorrow morning. First round of thunderstorms, not severe, just maybe loud real quickly. Jamie Nibble, what time? It's looking like in the afternoon and evening tomorrow. Hang tight. I'll be there in just a moment for you on timing. So this is 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow, and it kind of signifies that line of thunderstorms, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. Thursday, sweeping onto the northeast. This model still has that secondary cold front Thursday night swinging through. This is toward 8 a.m. Friday morning, and then it's off, and then notice the blue lines come in, and that is colder air, and notice Saturday, it's cold enough aloft for you know what. I'm not going to say it. My wife might smack me if I do. Tina Pierce, what am I thinking for Oakland County? I think you would be in the chance of severe weather, definitely. And it would be in the late afternoon and evening, and we'll show that to you a little closer in just a moment. So we're into Sunday now. So it's a chilly weekend, and then it rebounds Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Generally look warmer than normal because, remember, the normal high now is in the upper 50s. Okay. The E in Marnie is silent, so it's Marn. All right, thank you. Hey, Herbert Gibson Jr., I know where Saginaw is. So this is the dew point, the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. And we generally look for dew points in the 60s for severe weather. This is tomorrow morning. Notice the dew points coming up. This is tomorrow afternoon. This is 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 60-degree dew point up to Saginaw, Big Rapids, and down through the south. So all of these things come together to build a story that, yeah, we could have our first clump of severe thunderstorms. So this is Wednesday evening. We're still with dew points around 60 degrees. So the moisture tongue will get into our area, and that's what we do call it. Tina Pierce, yes, I would be live during the event, definitely on Facebook. All right, so here's your radar forecast through the afternoon. Today is a wonderful day. First round of thunderstorms overnight tonight. This is to 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Not severe, but anywhere from the UP through Traverse City to anywhere could get it as that swings through. That's the warm front. And then tomorrow morning, we're like, hey, this feels kind of very springy humidity. And then here's your line of storms developing. 1 p.m., 2 p.m. tomorrow, 3 p.m., 4 p.m. So somebody asked about Oakland County. I'd say 3 to 5 p.m., somewhere in there. This is 5 p.m. and clump into the southeast part of the state, Ann Arbor, Detroit. This is 6 p.m. That is the quote-unquote perfect, for lack of a better word, timing on thunderstorms. Hey, good morning, Monica Hadley. Hopefully you're doing well. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa talking about the chance of severe thunderstorms. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to say, southwest corner, maybe not, but I'm going to say from Lansing to Flint, Saginaw, and definitely into the southeast in the afternoon, 3 to 6, 7 o'clock or so. Swings on through, and this model also has that secondary little batch of some showers on the way. All right, now some of this on temperatures, good, some not so good. Don't rush the gardening because it looks like a freeze is probably coming by Sunday morning, I would say. Brett Coleman, will these storms cause travel delays at the airport? Usually a clump of severe thunderstorms is in and out within a half hour or hour. So it's not something that causes a big backup, typically. It could cause the flights at that moment taking off to be delayed by a half hour as the storms get on through. Kylie Aldridge, will Davidson North Branch get anything? I got to pick my daughter up in Davison around 3. Yeah, Davison would be in that area. Our freeze warning is already able to be issued this time of the afternoon. No, they usually wait about a day or so. So this is the high temperature today in the 60s in a lot of places, 40s along the water. Tomorrow in the 60s to near 70. So you're going to be 70 with humidity. That's a good recipe for storms. Do you think I'll have a tornado watch or just severe thunderstorm watch? Well, based on the fact that they have put us at a higher risk of tornadoes than winds, I would say it possibly would be a tornado watch if they issued something like that. So this is Thursday, and then Friday we ooze back to the 50s in the southeast, 40s in the north. This is Saturday. Might be a little bit overdone by this model, but we're probably 40s and maybe parts of the day in the 30s in a lot of places like Traverse City. Sunday is a chilly 2, rebounding back to 50 by afternoon, then back to 60 on Monday, and around 60 on Tuesday, and around 60 on Wednesday, and in the 60s on Thursday. So Saturday, Sunday is when we're going to look at cool temperatures. All right, now, hey, thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Consumers Energy. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Beautiful day today. Thunderstorms tonight, not severe. Thunderstorms tomorrow, especially afternoon and early evening, possibly severe in the southeast quarter, Lansing, Jackson, up to Flint, Saginaw, into the Thumb, and into Ann Arbor and Detroit. Then a cool down. Now let's look at the extended, and it looks quite mild. I don't want to say it looks warm, but it looks quite mild, which would, realistic terms mean a lot of highs in the 60s, and on a really sunny day, we'd be 70 to 73 degrees or so. So what we're going to look at is the upper level features, and you're going to see a lot of orange developing, meaning the upper level heights are higher than normal because they're expanded and they're warmer than this time of the year. Oh, maybe I just lost it for you. Hold on. Let me get back to here. Just give me a second. Just a second here. I do want to show you this. All right, so we're using the Europeans ensemble mode, and we're looking at the 500 millibar heights and deviation from normal. So here we are. So here's our storm system coming through tomorrow. You see that bend in the jet stream. That's what causes a storm, the upper level energy to it. And again, Wednesday afternoon, that is a spot for severe weather in southeast Michigan. I recognized that yesterday from my almost 35 years of experience, pattern recognition we call it. Then we go into, I told you about the colder temperatures on Saturday. So this is Friday into Saturday. This upper level cold moves through. And then, I got to get the better run that goes out farther. And then we look at next week, and that cold pocket moves off, and the heights in the atmosphere start to build. We're at the following weekend, April 27th, and that's a pretty mild weekend. That's 60s, maybe 70, depending on what it's like. And then this is May 1st, and that's a pretty mild pattern. That would keep us running about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal. So where am I here? So great today. We'll watch the severe storms tomorrow afternoon. I'll keep you updated that on mlive.com/weather. And you know the timing and everything now on that. Then we have a cold weekend. If we're talking about only in the 40s and it clears out Sunday morning, we're talking about temperatures 25 to 30 degrees in a lot of Michigan. So you might be getting enthused. I'd probably wait until Sunday to plant, certainly not the tomatoes yet. We can talk about that next week, but your broccoli and your cabbage and seeds can go in the ground. They can handle a cold morning. but things that can't handle any frost certainly would be frozen on Sunday morning. And then we look for a gradual warming trend, staying warmer than normal. So, little something for everyone in here. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update, brought to you by Consumers Energy. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. We'll keep you updated as we get into severe weather season. Bye.